Good morning, everyone, from the beautiful island of Sherrigal. A little overcast today. Nice little breeze. We're up in General Luna for a couple days, hanging out up here. We got some things we have to do, but check this out. Isn't that a guapo looking van right there? A guapo looking, that's a Suzuki. That's a good looking little Suzuki there, huh? John Paul. That's nice. Got a little bumper. He's got his lights down there. Got a little roof rack. Pretty cool looking little Suzuki, huh? What was him? Remember the commercials? This is what I think of when I see these. Hello, Happy New Year 2025. When I think of these little vehicles like that, you guys remember when the craze of was when the little hamsters were running around in those little vehicles. What was that called? I can't even remember the name of of the cars they were promoting, but remember, like the little hamsters cruising around and shit and bobbing their head and all that. That's what that reminds me of. But anyways, like I said, we got a couple things we got to do, and take you along. Oh, guapo. Take you along and let you know what's going on. So check this out. My new helmet here. I just picked this up the other day. I don't know how well you can see it. You know, here's the weird thing. They got OJT going on the job training. So all these people that are graduating or getting ready to graduate for college, for like criminal justice and things like that, they're now coming and they're working with the PNP. They're working with every department for their on-job training. So of course you have a lot of checkpoints set up. You know, the guys that are getting ready to graduate next year and stuff, doing the on-job training, and so they're working with the PNP and all the other fun stuff. But there's a lot of checkpoints now, right? The other day I'm cruising down the road. I see a checkpoint. Remember, you stop before you get to the checkpoint. That's okay. They're not going to come after you. They're not going to turn around and flag you down and say, come down here. As long as you stop before a checkpoint, you're good to go. So I seen this checkpoint, looked down at my watch. It was 10:15. I'm like, they'll be there till 12. I'm not going to deal with it. Turned around, went to the one store I called Walmart, picked up the helmet for 800 pesos. I keep it on my bike under my seat. So now when I go through a checkpoint, I'm good to go. And here's the weird thing, guys. According to the law, both driver and passenger are supposed to have helmets, all right? You are not allowed to have more than 2 people on a bike. In other words, you can't have 5 people, 4 people like you see. Everyone on the bike is required to have a helmet, 2 people. However, here,
hello guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome to Philippines.
Hey, thank you. However, here, they only require the driver to have a helmet. The passenger's good to go. Don't ask me. I don't make up the rules. I don't make up the law. I don't enforce the law. But that's just how it rolls here. And other small provinces and other small villages, barangays throughout the Philippines do the same thing. From my wife's nephew who is studying to be a PNP, he said, that's just what they do here. That's just what they do. So I'm good to go now through the checkpoints. All right, guys. So we were just told this today. Oh, you like the view behind me? We're at Kermits having our dinner this evening, and I figured I'd come out here by the pool. It's a beautiful, nice little setting through here. I'll let you guys look behind me. We were told this today. We have been kicked out of our apartment over here in General Luna. Let me explain. We haven't been kicked out because we were bad tenants, didn't pay our rent, we were noisy, we were loud, we were drinking. Nah, guys, evidently our landlord, they're moving. They were saying they moved, or our landlord's wife family is from down in southern part of Mindanao, and the mother's not doing well, and they just want to sell everything, or they've sold everything. I don't know. We haven't gotten all the details, but yeah, they're going to move, and they gave us till when are they moving? Like October. So we are looking around. I put the word out there. I've talked to quite a few people. We've called people, left messages with people, but here's the thing, people can go days without getting back to you. It's like, why do you put something on the market for rent and then you don't answer your emails? So anyways, yeah, that's what's going on. No big deal. I mean, when one door closes, another door opens. You know what I mean? You got to always stay positive. But, I was sitting there thinking today, it's like, wow, I have rented a total of 8 places here in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? When I first came here, I rented an apartment in Hensonville, me and Lut, for like 6 months before she came over to the Philippines. It was nice. It was a nice little apartment, unfurnished. I furnished it all. And that's the thing, guys. When you go with an unfurnished apartment, you got to furnish it. Then if you move, you got to sell this stuff or try to work a deal out with the existing landlord to buy it. Wound up selling a lot of that stuff. First came back with my wife in 2016. We had the coolest little apartment. To me, it was probably the coolest apartment I've ever rented here in the Philippines. Nice little place, right on the ocean. I walked out and sat on my front porch and looked out at the ocean. I had a little monkey named Mai Mai. Some of you guys remember old Mai Mai, the monkey and stuff like that. And we only paid 500 pesos for that. $100. Man, if I could find a deal like that on this island, I'd be in there in a heartbeat. But yeah, good luck finding something like that here. And then Cashville, we were up at Cashville. That landlord up there was a great landlord. Kurt was probably the nicest landlord we had, one of the nicest landlords we had. He actually lived there, or I don't know if he lived there, but he had a little apartment there that he kind of hung out in, but never had a problem with him, never had an issue with him. If we had an issue with the apartment, he was right there fixing it. Great landlord, gave our security deposit back, super nice guy. And then we moved to Daul in the greenhouse, or the green apartment. Nice little apartment, cheaper than Angeles City. Electric was cheaper, had a nice little carport and everything like that. It was close to our store. Speaking of store, we rented a little building out to put our store in. It was actually an apartment, and then we converted it into our store. Some of you guys remember that. A lot of you guys have been with us for a long time. It was okay, but there's no profit when you're paying a landlord money. You know what I'm saying? That landlord there, he was garbage, straight up garbage. Had a leak, and he never came to fix it. Wound up ruining the ceiling, and that's the kind of landlord that keeps your deposit. He keeps your security deposit because it's not worth going to court over. It's not worth fighting over. He knows you'll spend more money than what it's worth. And then we moved to our house. We had a really nice house. But here's the thing with that. Every year they wanted to raise the rent. If you can lock in a deal with a landlord and be like, look, I'm going to rent long term, let's do a set price. But landlords love to raise the rent 10% is what I'm seeing every year. We never asked that landlord at the house we were renting for nothing. Like if things broke, we fixed it. If things didn't work, we fixed it. We took good care of that place. And from what I'm hearing from my friend that lived down the road, he said the new tenants now that moved in there, they have trashed the place. But I don't know. I mean, once again, I look at it this way. If you got a good tenant in there, and they're paying on time every month, and they're willing to stay there long term. Why force them out? But a lot of times, landlords will do that. Raise the rent, raise the rent. Guys, we've never been late one day without rent. One day. Always on time, sometimes even earlier. Never stuck anybody with an electric bill. You know what I mean? Paid all our bills. Water bill, electric bill, our rent, everything, cable bill. Never stuck a landlord with any of that. And to me, that's what you're looking for. A tenant that is going to be a good tenant. Matter of fact, our landlord here in General Luna, she gave Lut her bank account information, so all we got to do is go to the bank and deposit the rent money into her account. Now, the landlord we have here, very nice people, super nice people. Never had an issue with him, never had a problem with him. I sat and talked with him for, we would talk. My wife would talk to her for quite a bit. We would bring them stuff from our garden over. They were just super nice, but we can't control the circumstance. We can't control, the outcome of things. We hope. You're right. You're right. We just can't. So yeah, the hunt is on for a new apartment over here. We will find it. We'll find it. We got a couple months. We got people looking out. Matter of fact, I talked to one guy today, and he told me he has a studio. He goes, it needs work. He did rent it out one time, and then he just quit renting it out. And he said he needs to kind of get it back up and running and everything like that. And I told him this is our time frame, and he said, okay. So I will get with him tomorrow and be like, look, we're really serious. If you're serious, we're serious. We want to go look at it, check it out, and everything like that. And if need be, we can stay at the house until, we find a place. But anyways, guys, these are the things of renting. Some people like to rent fully furnished apartments. You're going to pay more when it's fully furnished. But my thing is, man, you got to use a bed that everybody else slept in. You know what I mean? You got to sit on the couch that everybody had their ass in. But anyways, guys, you can find good landlords and nightmare landlords. I think we're batting 50-50. You know what I mean, when it comes to landlords. But I never understood that. Why keep raising the rent on good tenants? I could see if I was renting a place and, hey, your toilet broke, come fix it. Hey, your sink is not draining, come fix it. Hey, this isn't working, come fix it. But we never did. I'm trying to think of all the places, except for the one, when we had the store over in Daul. Like, dude, the toilet is leaking. The pipes are leaking. Come fix it. I'll get there. So let me know. Leave comments below. Let me know what your experience is like here, renting in the Philippines. Nightmares. Remember, the nightmare stories always sell. They're always the best stories. The horror stories. The good stories where you get along with your landlord and all that, well, they don't sell because they're too nice. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. It's a shame because we really like this little apartment over here. It's in our budget. I know what I want to max at, and I know what I'm looking for. But we really enjoyed this apartment over here in General Luna, and we still got a couple months. I mean, even our next door neighbor that was renting right next to us, super nice girl. We fell in love with her dog. She has since moved out. She has gone up to where her family's from. And, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. No hellish neighbors where we're at down here. Of course, you deal with the roosters. You deal with people singing, but we didn't have people scream videoke singing 2 o'clock in the morning. It's perfect. It was a perfect location for us, a perfect little place for us to stay. We'll find another place. I'm not worried about that. So anyways, guys, like I said, leave your comments below. And let me just stroll through here quick and leave you with. Now you got Kermits, which is the restaurant here, and then you have the hotel part, which is here. This is very nice here, very nice. I did check in on the prices here of this place, and it's a little out of my league for this, but it is beautiful little place here. It's quiet, tucked back in here, but we come here usually every time we're in town. Come to Kermits here. Kermits is open to the public. You come in. Probably the best pizza on the island that I've found so far. And Luda's getting a pasta dish, but I've did videos on this before. But yeah, I like coming to Kermits. There's Lut, and with that, guys, like I said, leave your comments below, and we shall talk to you later.